Sophia's descent and the birth of Yaldabaoth. Part 2. John felt a wave of revulsion as Yaldabaoth came into full view. A grotesque serpentine form, his limbs twisted and incomplete. His light, unlike the pure radiance of the eons, was dim and flickering, as if it were struggling to hold itself together. There was something deeply unsettling about his presence, an energy that felt wrong, out of place, like a dissonant note in a perfect melody. "He's blind?" John asked, horrified by what he was seeing. "Yes," the figure replied. "Yaldabaoth is blind to the light of the pleroma. He does not know the source, and yet he believes himself to be the ultimate power. In his ignorance, he will create the material world, a world of shadows and illusion where souls will be trapped, unable to see the true light beyond." John's stomach churned as he watched Yaldabaoth flail about, his chaotic energy seeping into the void around him. As he moved, he began to create, not out of wisdom or divine intention, but out of his own blind will. Mountains rose from the void, jagged and incomplete. Stars sputtered into existence, their light dim and unstable. Oceans roared into being, their waters turbulent and murky. It was a world, but not the world John had imagined when he thought of creation. It was a twisted mockery, a reflection of Yaldabaoth's own blindness. "He believes he's a god," John whispered, the realization sinking in. "He thinks this world is his creation." The figure nodded solemnly in his ignorance. "Yaldabaoth believes himself to be the one true god. He knows nothing of the source, nothing of the aeons. And so he fashions this material world in his own image, a world built on error, on shadow, a world where the souls of light will be trapped, believing in the false reality he has created." John felt a deep sadness welling up inside him. This world, the world of flesh, the material realm, was a prison built by a being who had no understanding of the true nature of existence. How many souls would be trapped in this flawed creation, blind to the truth, believing in the lies of a false god? How could this happen? John asked, his voice barely above a whisper. How could something as beautiful as Sophia give birth to something so twisted? Sophia's love for the source was pure, the figure said, but even love, when unchecked, can lead to ruin. Her desire to know the unknowable drove her beyond the boundaries of the eons, beyond balance. And in acting alone, without the harmony of the pleroma, she gave birth to Yaldabaoth in error. This is not what she intended, but it is what was born from her desire. The vision shifted again, and John saw Sophia radiant no longer. She was weeping, her hands covering her face as she realized the full weight of what she had done. Yaldabaoth had been born, and the material world was already taking shape, a twisted reflection of her own error. In her sorrow, she cried out, her voice echoing through the pleroma. Her tears fell like rain, forming a veil between the divine realm and the material world, a barrier that would keep souls from seeing the true light. Sophia will not abandon the souls trapped in Yaldabaoth's world, the figure said gently. She will send sparks of her light into the material realm, hidden within the souls of humanity. These sparks will carry the memory of the true source, waiting to be awakened through Gnosis, knowledge of the divine. But Yaldabaoth's deception will be strong, and many souls will remain blind to their true origin. John's heart ached as he watched Sophia's sorrow deepen. He understood now. Her love, her desire had led to this error, but even in her grief, she was not without hope. She would not abandon those trapped in the world of flesh. Her light would guide them, even if it took eons for them to remember. "Is there hope?" John asked, his voice filled with quiet desperation. "Can those trapped in this false world find their way back?" The figure's light flickered, but his presence remained steady. "Yes, John, there is hope, Gnosis. The knowledge of the true source can awaken the souls trapped in the material realm. Sophia's light still reaches into the darkness, and for those who seek the truth, the path back to the pleroma remains open. But the journey is long, and Yaldabaoth's hold on the world is powerful." John stood in silence, overwhelmed by the magnitude of what he had witnessed. The perfect harmony of the pleroma had been shattered, and from that fracture, Yaldabaoth had been born, a being of ignorance who would trap souls in a false world of shadows. Yet, despite the tragedy, there was still hope. Sophia had not given up, her light still shone, even in the darkest corners of the material realm. As the vision faded and the figure of light began to dissolve into the surrounding space, John felt a deep resolve rise within him. He had seen the truth, and now he had to act.